Welcome back, my darling. Okay, let's have it. Did he head over to Europe and embarrass himself with phony accents?
Actually...
You do not need to walk on eggshells. I know that he's probably surrounded by several ladies, if you can call them that.
I wouldn't know.
What is he doing for money? Is he pilfering some rare sapphire on auction at Christie's?
I didn't find him.
Why aren't you still on the road?
Because I realized it's not my job to find him.
Sorry. I know how badly you wanted to find your father.
Well, it's probably just as well I didn't. My expectations were a little high.
What made you come home?
I faced the truth that it's not my responsibility to keep my family together, and if my dad wants to see me, he'll find a way.
You're a wise woman.
If you had been a fly on the wall and had seen some of the reckless things that I did, you would be shocked at my stupidity.
You adore your father. There's no shame in that.
Well, I have to take care of myself.
Where was Dante in all of this?
He was by my side, putting up with me.
Oh, I give him a lot of credit.
Yeah, well, he was actually wonderful, and I couldn't have done it without him.
I thought you'd bring Luke home.
Why?
I thought if he saw you, he'd pull himself together and be there for you. Maybe not sober, but at least present.
I did get close, so maybe he even knew I was there.
Where was there?
I followed the breadcrumbs and they led to Helena. They're involved in something with jewels.
Your father and Helena have been doing this for years, and one day the Spencer-Cassadine war will end, and I don't think your father's going to be the victor.
This is amazing. It's all your father's. Thank you. The house, the grounds.
And there's a beach and a casino, too.
So basically every grain of sand and everything that's on it.
Yeah, and about offshore for about a half a mile or so.
It's hard to wrap my head around. I mean, this was just a vacation spot for your family, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I used to walk along the shore for hours, picking up my shells, putting them in the bucket. Is that boat?
That's my dad's. One of them, anyway.
One of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
My dad used to take me fishing. We didn't catch anything, but it was just great being with him. When I was 6, he'd let me take the steering wheel and drive. It completely freaked my mom out, but yeah, I mean, it was fun. She'd tell him to be more careful.
Sounds like you have a lot of good memories here.
Yeah. And my dad got this place before we were born. It's kind of a privacy thing. A place he can come and clear his head and escape from all the hell that was going on around him. Like it has now.
Look, from what you tell me, your dad and Brenda have a long history of breaking up and getting back together. Who's to say that that won't happen again?
My dad feels that Brenda betrayed him for Jax. I mean, she left him and got on a plane with another man. That's betrayal in my book.
Hasn't Jax always been in the picture?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I think my dad has always been the one to leave to keep Brenda safe. And then she'd rebound to Jax or something like that. I don't know.
So you don't think if Brenda changed her mind and came back to your dad, or you know, he decided to go after her,
It's different this time. I mean, Brenda broke my dad's trust. And trust is everything to my dad. When you surround himself with people he can count on. So,
I suppose in his line of business, you know, trust is a matter of life and death.
yeah, he's the same in his personal life, too. You show him loyalty, he shows it right back. Well, my dad, Jason, and my mom, there isn't anything they wouldn't do for each other.
Yeah, and you want your dad to know that he can count on you to be the same. Do the same.
Yeah, sure.
So did you come down here because you're worried about your dad? Or because you wanted a chance to show that you can be trusted to take care of things if he needed to take off for a while?
You're young with all this.
Thank you. By trying not to think about him morning, noon, and night.
I'm sorry.
I do engage in conversations that alternate between my telling him that I miss him and I'm worried about him and screaming at him that he's a heartless bastard that doesn't deserve the air he breathes.
I know those conversations.
One day your father's life is going to catch up to him. It's going to catch up to you, too.
Well, I'm not going to let it. And Dante certainly won't let it happen either.
Good. Because I'm a little short on family these days, and I'd hate to lose you on top of your father.
You won't.
I also engage in fantasies where your father comes home and he tells me how much he loves me and how good we are together. That he's really sorry for almost throwing it away, and he promises, no, he vows that he will always come home to me. But in my experience, men leave.
Well, that's what Helena said to me. But I don't believe it about Dante.
Well, I believe it about your father, which is why it is time for me to start a new chapter.
I know how much you love my dad and how invested you are in the marriage, even when it wasn't legal. I don't know, things could still pan out. It's still possible.
Plausible and possible are two entirely different things.